Hello everyone, I'm back. I am bored. Bored. So it is 6:31 p.m. Still on Sunday, the March 3rd, 2024. And so I thought about something. And I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna keep talking, keep venting to prevent me from losing. Wow, they see they causing me the hiccups to slow me up. They're electronically attacking me with hiccups on purpose to slow me up from what I need to say. So it must be true what I'm saying. If they're causing me, fake electronic hiccups with the weapons, So now this might be a revelation, but I do not know. Because I've had this happen in the past. That it was August of 2021. I was at the homeless sleep spot by 528 West Garden Street in downtown Pensacola, Florida. And I've been there off and on for 20 months by 528 or 532 West Garden Street. And that was after they turned the abandoned bank into an Asian restaurant, an Asian fusion restaurant. And that was one of the best restaurants in Pensacola. But they, the owners were harassing, gang stalked me there as well, and some of the workers. But the food was like the best. So once that turned into a restaurant, when I had to be homeless, I would stay by 532 or 528 West Garden Street. By the by the alleyway. Well, it would be that alleyway between 528 and 532 West Garden Street. And so, if I stay by a spot that's vacant, that says for sale or for lease, it was a police officer in Pensacola that told me to go by that abandoned bank. And he said it was abandoned and it was for sale or for lease. I don't remember. I think it said for sale. I don't remember if it said for sale or for lease. So every place that I was staying in Pensacola, they would that would be like for sale or for lease or something like that. The police never said I was trespassing, and they would have other I had documentation that other homeless people would try to steal the spot that I usually sleep at, So when they had that incident in August of 2021, that the homeless, I'm sorry, that lady wasn't home. That girl wasn't homeless. She was younger than me, and she had like a raggedy green Saturn SUV, and I don't remember if it had strange headlights or taillights or whatever. And she was a customer of one of those businesses. She was a customer, and then because I exposed her with one headlight or strange headlights, and she tried to run over me on purpose with her vehicle, and I exposed what she tried to do. I put her on film like I usually do with the gang stalkers. And she was a customer and lied and said that she was the owner of the business. And the police didn't even investigate. They just took her word for it and believed her without question. And then it was a male officer that was brutal towards me and deliberately stumped all over my blanket and rough handled and disrespected me and treated me with police brutality, and he was very sadistic and abusive. And wrongfully trespassed and banned me from a place that I've been at off and on for nearly 2 years because she lied on me. And so then later on that night, like right after the incident, was the last time that Alex Dupree told me to my face, the police got you under surveillance. You know, he told me the police got you under surveillance. And that was when he said something about, hey, baby doll, hey, baby doll. And then he said, I forgot what he said. He said something about, hey, baby doll, the Antichrist rules, Illuminati, or something silly he said, you know. And then, you know, when I put him on film, or I was already filming and recording, and that's when he told me the police got you under surveillance. He will always tell me in Pensacola, he would stalk, follow, and harass me, and try to stalk me, and then call the police on me unprovoked, hoping that he can, you know, set me up to get wrongfully arrested or be shot and killed by the police or be a victim of police brutality, you know. So the police officers wrongfully trespassed and wrongfully banned me from that spot, you know, and they justified being brutal because I was kind of cold and I was trying to keep the mosquitoes off of me, so I had a sheet or a cover over me, and I had my earbuds in. And so I could not hear. And he falsely justified him acting that way towards me, trying to say that because he falsely assumed that I was intentionally ignoring him. And he tried to say, you cannot have your earbuds. You know, but I mean, I didn't even know that she was going to call the police. I mean, well, I didn't know she was going to follow through with it because the gang stalkers love to threaten. And so I got her license plate as well. And she tried to tell me that, you know, she tried to tell me that, she tried to make threat, oh, if you filming my license plate, oh, I'm going to sue you, I'm going to do this to you, I'm going to do that to you. I don't remember exactly what she said, but she was making all these threats at me. You know, she was an obvious perp. And I don't even know if that was one of the videos that got wrongfully deleted from YouTube. So, I mean, one of the other police vehicles, videos of that exact incident, it did get wrongfully deleted. But I don't remember if I have all the videos of that incident of that day that happened. So it was then that I ended up being forced to have to sleep by the bay. You know, and then I was sexually assaulted. And then a fake TI perp saying, oh, you can't sleep by the bay or whatever. You know, and me and her had an altercation back in September, or August and September, you know, over that. It was a religious narcissist fake TI perp that lived way in New Jersey. That's the same fake perp that tried to, you know, that tried to tell me, defend and agree with the Freemasons against me, you know. And I'm like, well, if you're Christian and targeted, you wouldn't defend and agree with these perps. You're playing both sides. You're fake. So anyway, excuse me, January of last year, January of, what year was that? 2023. After the gang stalkers used, like, devil-worshipping gang stalkers in person, you know, gang stalked me away from downtown Pensacola. And I had that video that went viral. I didn't even know it wasn't that viral, but, you know, a little bit viral, but not viral, you know. After that incident of where they gang stalked me away from downtown Pensacola, they had, a vacant spot by, that was an old college bookstore that was like an abandoned or vacant building. And so I went to try to sleep by there to try to have some shelter overhead. Multiple cops have passed by, said nothing. But the fake Darnell Williams perp, he called up the police and lied on me and said that that property belonged to him and that he owned it. He lied to the police and said that he owned that property, in which he didn't. You know, he's just a random, you know, excuse me, one of the online gang stalking trolls that keep harassing me. And speaking of that, what he did was today he made a fake new TikTok account. You know, he made a fake new TikTok account with what he falsely assumed was you know, the hotel that he motel that he thought I was staying in, and put up that like he's been doing lately. Now that's not fair for him to do that, because I paid for this hotel with my work money. I worked for this money. This was from this hotel stay is money from my work paycheck. It wasn't money that was donated to me. It was my work paycheck. And so he tried to make a fake new TikTok account with altered pictures to make me look satanic or goofy, or like whatever, like how he always does, you know. And so of course I deleted his fake follow request and blocked him, you know, because that would have been, you know, I was forced to have to make the account private. So, you know, I blocked him. Excuse me. And, I mean, that would have been another undeserved or unjust loss of another TikTok account. So, I mean, like, I've been having mostly, like, no problems with, any videos being, like, you know, falsely reported on TikTok, or videos that had, like, so-called, you know, content violation. I haven't been having any of that, since I was forced to have to make my account private. Excuse me. So he called up that place and lied. I mean, he called up Pensacola police. I mean, because he's a satanic sex trafficker who delusionally believes that he's my main handler. But he's doing all this shit online. And he's been making online threats at me. Even made threats to meet up with me in person. Trying to say when he gets his tax refund check. But if you were rich enough, why you need to wait around for your tax refund check? So he like I mean, because I was confused. Like, just like what happened Wednesday early morning when I got wrongfully arrested in Gretna, my hometown where I grew up at, you know. So my original hometown is New Orleans in the 7th Ward. Before we got taken away, yeah, I'm from the 7th Ward. My family from the 7th Ward. Excuse me. So yeah, my birth certificate says that that the address that the family was living at when we were born. Well, I shouldn't say the address, but it was in the 7th Ward. You know, not far from where drunk lady Yvonne lives at, you know. So the fake Darnell Williams perp, he called up the police, the Pensacola police, And I don't think it was the local police. I think I remember it was the Escambia County Sheriffs. It probably was them. I don't remember. And he called one of them. I don't remember. And it was a male officer, and I don't remember if it was more than one officer. And they gang stalked me really heavy at that spot too. And it was quite scary being at that spot. And I think I remember I saw a knife, and I don't remember if it was a regular knife or a bloody knife. I mean, a plain knife or a bloody knife. But I saw a knife. You know, and I don't know if that was a covert way to threaten me with murder. You know, dealing with the gang stalking. Excuse me. So, the police officer brighted his vehicle lights at me, like, and was in my face and aggressively trying to blind me on purpose. And then, like, he was aggressive and bullying, harassing, and threatening me. And this happened the night of the biological mom Frances' birthday. Even though the biological mom Frances is deceased, but it was her birthday when that happened. Now, so for the biological, everything bad always happened to me on my own birthday, me and my twin sister's birthday, or her birthday. Like, it was a fake TI perp that turned against me and hung up in my face on the biological mom Frances' birthday back in 2022. Excuse me, you know, so like, after the police incident and before I was able to get back online, I got back online and the fake Darnell Williams perp before that was him, because before I even got back online and I got on TikTok and he made a fake new account harassing me, and he bragged and admitted that it was him who lied. He bragged and admitted that he lied to the cops and said that it was his personal property and that he was the property owner, and he tried to make it like it was his personal property that I was sleeping on. So, and which it wasn't. You know, he wasn't even in Pensacola, and he probably never set foot in Pensacola, and I don't know where he is. You know, but the police officers cannot, I mean, they lie and say that they cannot do anything about cyber gang stalking, or even the gang stalking that's in person, and they be part of it. Because if and the police officers, they be aware of gang stalking, but they be gagged or probably sign a non-disclosure agreement or something, you know, and they take an oath, a devil-worshipping satanic oath, you know, and not a lot of the police be part of it. But the minute that a police officer stands up or takes a stand against gang stalking, or anybody, you know, take a stand against gang stalking, they end up being gang stalked. And being a cop, you know, if you're a cop that go to bat for and defend a targeted individual, you end up being gang stalked and then murdered. Or you might end up having a situation like a Chris Dorner situation. People say that Chris Dorner was a targeted individual. So, I mean, so yeah, the fake Darnell Williams perp, he bragged and admitted that he lied and said that that was his personal property. And it was the police officers, they're so dumb and ignorant and lazy, they don't even care to go out of their way and investigate. You know, sometimes they'll leave it up to the detectives to do that. So, I have screenshots of the fake Aquarium Doris perp making harassing comments to brag and admit to me. And I mean, because I figure I mean, if I was there at that spot for 3 or 4 days, no, I mean, like, I'm sorry, not 4, but I think it was 3 nights. You know, if they wouldn't have gang stalked me and had me wrongfully trespassed from the by the levee, by the old Gretna Ferry, then, you know, me going by that house was a last minute resort. So I figured it was minutes after I uploaded one of my videos. So, like, as I said, multiple cops kept on passing by, and then they would pause, and then I would put them on film, and then they would freeze my phone and then drive off. And after they drove off, it's like I get the aftermath of them passing by. So for the past few days, like February 25th, 26th, 27th, the cops knew that I was right there. The Gretna police, they knew I was right there. They knew I was right there. And they were gang stalking and following. And as I said, perps with one headlight, multiple headlights, tail lights, even perp neighbors in the area, residents in the area, they all knew. So the fake Aquarian Doris perp, you know, now it was either on Christmas Day. No, it wasn't on Christmas Day. It was right before Christmas Day. And I was walking from the Riverwalk in New Orleans and going on my way to a hotel. And she was the one who said, you know, I screenshot that too. And she mentioned about how I would get free hotel rooms and food for a whole year if I make the right decision and join the kingdom of darkness. You know, like, see how these clowns play? And so, also, you know, she tried to say that, brag about how I won't live to see 2024 and that she's invoking her demons for my demise. And she was, you know, trying to make it like, I'll make sure that you're jailed, institutionalized, or dead, or whatever. You know, the gang stalking goes. You know, wanting to destroy me. And so then, she's one of her, she said it, and the fake Darnell Williams perp, they both said that, that we don't forget that we own you, or something like that. They try to tell me we own you. So then so the fake Aquarian Doris perp, maybe some of y'all saw her harassing comments with bragging about how she was the one. And I don't know if she was lying or telling the truth. That she said that she was the one who called the Gretna police and contacted them. And, you know, lied and said that that was her personal property or something like that, she said. I don't remember exactly what she said, but she said that she was the one who made the phone call to the police. To the Gretna police and had them to arrest me. And then she said that, she bragged and laughed and said, "My demons never fail me, Candy." And of course she made sure to throw up this double horns satanic hand sign. So, I don't know if she was lying or if she really did call the police. Or, you know, they try to say that I was a suspicious person or whatever. So, when the cops got out of the car and approached me, y'all saw the first part of the video before they rough-handled and abused me and knocked my phone out my hand and threw my phone on the ground on purpose, deliberately, and intentionally. Jerked my phone out my hand and threw my phone on the ground. And cracked my phone. And this is my phone right here, the exact phone that I'm using. Now, if it was my other phone, the backup phone, it wouldn't have been that much of a big deal. But this is my active phone right here. My active and current phone with the service that I'm using. So when the police officers, when I was wondering what did I do wrong, they're like, you trespassing. This is somebody's property or whatever. I was really confused. And I'm like, oh shit, the online stalkers did it again. And so that was one of the and me being days of sleep deprived also. That was one, and I was in fear. I was really scared, confused. So that was one of the reasons why I reacted the way that I did, because I figured this is one of the online gang stalkers called up minutes after uploading the video. They had to have something. They had something to do with this. They did this. So, I mean, if the fake Aquarium Doors perp lied and said that was her personal property, or that she owned that house, like the fake Darnell Williams did last January, and what, I don't know what smear campaigns or what lies that they told the police that manipulated them to be out for my blood and act so violently and aggressively. For them to react the way that they did towards me. And then, if me wrongfully going to jail was, a gang stalking setup. But however, if it really was some actual people who were currently the owners, the actual owners, they didn't know. They did not know. And so, I called who I thought would have been the owners, and the people who said that they weren't the owners. I called to try to make amends and make an apology. And the police officers, at first, they were telling me to get my stuff. Then they would not let me get my stuff. And they shined their lights on me and were aggressive and made me afraid that they were going to either tase or shoot me. And so I mean, when they said that's someone's property, but you just listen to a random online stalker calling up and tell whatever lies. So it's like, certain things, there will be like spiritual revelations or revelations, about, or something would dawn on you about what could have happened with certain things going on, certain things happening, And the police will listen to these dummy gang stalkers. The cops are dumb as hell, but they're arrogant and narcissistic that they think they're the smartest people in the world, but they be dumb as fuck. And you wonder if these police officers be mentally off, slow, and retarded. Ain't mentally all there. Ain't mentally got it all. So, and the police officer, I mean, I've explained that, it wasn't about me going to jail for trespassing, but the police officer, threw me in jail for not answering questions. But, and it's like the gang stalkers can't and won't mind their own business. And they just have it out for you, So they had this online stalker named Hermina Herwanda or something like that, that made 4 fake harassing comments excuse me, earlier today on my videos. And the perp, I don't know what the other 3 comments were, because I could not see them in YouTube Studio or on the YouTube or on my emails. I only saw one comment that she said, what did she say? She said, oh, you've been arrested twice already. You a criminal. And of course, I blocked her because you don't know what you're talking about. When I got wrongfully arrested because somebody wrote me a fake check in 2007 during the MySpace days, and I did not know that that was a fake check from a non-existent bank account, those charges were dropped and the records were expunged. That is cleared and cleaned from my record. I was not the criminal there. Well, I was a victim of a scam back then, you know. But my twin sister, even like in 2020 or 2021, my twin sister said, she lied and said, bitch been to jail twice for fraud. And she knows damn well that that's not what happened, but she wants to over-exaggerate. I want to know when was the second time I was supposed to have gone to jail for something fraudulent. But she been manipulating and scamming me out of money. Bullying me out of money. You know. And then manipulated the rest of the family to bully and use and take advantage of me financially. And then it's like dealing with, you know, I'm being like much happier. Well, I'm not happy, but, you know, my mental health is much better not being around damn family. Your own family will fuck you over bad enough to manipulate for you to end up being like suicidal, depressed. You know, so I discovered that my mental health was not as bad when I was living in Los Angeles, California. I'm sure I've had a lot of bad things happen to me and stuff, but you know, I did not you know, when I was living in Los Angeles, not once did I attempt suicide, I don't think. When I was living there, away from family, and had no contact with the narcissistic gang stalking family members. You know, but I've had contact with my twin sister off and on, you know, and it would be short, like for only a couple of months, you know, out of a certain year, or we might go an entire year without even talking to each other or whatever. But 2019 was the last phone conversation that I had with my twin sister. The last time I saw her was in 2017. Before then, the last time I saw her was 2010. I had no idea that her and the entire family and the foster family, that they're all participating in this Masonic, satanic, Luciferian gang stalking cult network. I mean, family members would laugh at and shun us for the fake IDMR cult when I used to believe in it. But y'all know better because y'all gang stalkers, that's a cult as well. You know, so if I would have known for sure that was the biological nephew Raymond, I would have put his ass on film too. But everything happened so fast. And as I said, the older woman that he was walking with, I think they were holding hands. I don't remember. And, you know, the older woman was wearing like a gray outfit in purple with red socks and I think black shoes. And it's like, damn, I mean, it would have been, if I would have been able to film and record it, that would have been like blatant evidence that he's a fucking perp. And then I'm like, I can't believe this shit. And his own mom, the biological sister Ramona, she's a perp too. Mark is a perp. Wyatt is a perp. Brandy's a perp. Pete is a perp. All them motherfuckers is perps. All of them. But as I said, I really questioned. It seemed like the biological mom, Frances, was both targeted and perp when she was alive. But I forgive her. I forgive her. I'm not ill. I'm not bitter towards the biological mom, Frances. You know, I love her. I forgive her. And I don't think it was her who put me in the gang stalking program. Some people try to say it was, they try to say it was the biological dad, Arthur, who sold me, but I don't think it was him either. From things I've experienced, it seems like it's the most logical to pinpoint that it was the foster mom, Adrian Felder, who put me on the gang stalking list. But some people say it was my twin sister, Brandy, who got me put on the gang stalking list. But I'm wondering, is she really that powerful, or does she really have that much power, though? But she got a lot of power to have a cult following, flying monkey, you know, YouTube, you know, church service, where her videos full of lies about me is church service. It's her church service. All those fake live streams and all that, it's church service, you know. So, excuse me. Still battling and fighting to heal from being sick, from the aftermath of being in jail. So it's taking a little longer than I expected, but I'm still continuing to take my supplements to try to heal. So, excuse me. So, I mean, I'm doing this video right now, but I'm going to have to wait until, I don't even know if I can upload this video tonight, tomorrow, or, you know, I don't want to go up to the front and use the Wi-Fi, you know, so I'll wait till, I might have to wait until later on this week to, I might have to wait until later on this week to upload, this video. You know, this is a very important video. So, yeah, the moment the officer said you're trespassing, I was confused because I figured, oh, it was one of the gang stalkers calling the cops and lying on me again, because the police had passed by several times and never said anything. So, you know, the fake Aquarian Doris perp said that her demons never fail her. So, and I've heard stories about people who practice witchcraft and succeed at getting you to lose your job, your home, making you homeless, or if they succeed at you know, setting you up to get arrested or go to jail. They would even use witchcraft to cause you to get hurt or murdered in a car accident, you know, or killed in a car accident, or they could use witchcraft to make you sick, you know, multiple ways to destroy you, you know. So, and like, not every single tooth, but almost all my teeth hurt. Been hurting for the past couple of weeks. Like, feels like my entire mouth full of teeth hurt. You know. So, I'm trying to do self-care or take care of myself to heal, you know, from being sick. You know, but I'm they're really trying to break me. They're trying to break me, and I'm sitting here fighting to stand strong. But they're making me feel helpless and hopeless. Like, and even in my hometown, New Orleans here, you know, there's nowhere I can go legally, like nowhere where I can go to sit down somewhere and be safe at night. I really can't even go to sleep at night or sleep nowhere. I have nowhere to lay my head. nowhere to even just sit down. You know. So this is wrong and evil, what they're doing. And then when they see me fail or suffering, because they cheat, they don't honestly win. They will take desperate measures to cheat, to make sure it look like I failed. You know, so I'm going to do a maximum of 45 minutes for this video. So like this morning I had those like the waffle maker, the miniature waffles, like the small miniature waffles. I think I like those better than the waffle iron and the big huge waffle. The small miniature waffles taste better and they cook better than the big waffles, you know. So so then I had that hash brown, the hash browns and peppers and the little sausage or whatever. That being left over, I'm gonna have that for dinner. And for lunch I had like the rest of the Pringles and the two meat and like deli turkey and cheese sandwiches. And I felt weak, not exactly shaky, but I felt weak, like as if I was about to pass out or faint earlier. And I felt like I was about to pass out or weak or faint. But once I ate, I felt better, you know. And I didn't put a whole lot of syrup on my waffles either, you know. But they didn't have the fruit juice today, and they didn't have like any fruit in the front, like for breakfast. They didn't have, like today or yesterday, they didn't have any fruit, but they had the fruit, small little boxes of fruit juice yesterday, you know. So yeah, whenever I get the opportunity, I'm gonna upload this video. You know, that might have very well been what happened. You know, and so the gang stalkers, the online people, they think that they're so arrogant and they think that they're invincible and they think that they will never get caught. But they sold their souls to the devil so that they will never have to be held accountable here on this earth. You know, so so they think that all this stalking and bullying and stuff is all fun and games. But you know, it's like when the worst things happen to you when you're trying to get right with God. But people say it's a test of your faith, you know. So, you know, I'm still trying to cling on and hold on to Jesus Christ. And, you know, they will try to taunt and harass you and say that, well, if your Jesus Christ is so powerful, how come my demons were more powerful than your Jesus, that my demons put you in jail? Ha, 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 or something like that, you know. But they're like, well, your Jesus couldn't save you from the workplace mobbing, or your Jesus couldn't save you from going to jail, or your Jesus couldn't save you from this. So why do you believe in him? Obviously, my demons work better than your Jesus, or something. They would taunt and harass me, and you know, say stuff like that, you know. But anyway, though, my Christian supporters, can y'all please keep me in your prayers? And I can't believe what they did with my phone service this month. I can't believe that they did that. So I think that might be part of the gang stalking setup or hold up to prevent me and delay me from doing more videos. So as I said, you know, I was going to keep this video under 45 minutes, and I'll see y'all next time. Love y'all.